What's going on, everyone? So in today's video, I'm going to bring you guys a YCS London 2017 recap, talking about everything important that you guys need to know for the event. But before I get to the actual video, you guys already know I am running a giveaway right now, and this month's giveaway is for the North American WCQ 2017 Spyral Playmat, and this is the last week to enter the giveaway. I repeat, the last week to enter the giveaway. So all you guys got to do is a few things. Leave a like on this video, a comment in the comment section down below, and be a subscriber on both my YouTube channels, second channel in the description, to be part of this giveaway. The winner will be announced the first week in November. But yeah, man, YCS London, it's going crazy. And from what I've seen from YCS London, it's almost the same thing as last week that we got in Dallas, Texas, where majority of the decks are Spyral. So I'd like to tell you guys, let's get into it. Without further ado, let's begin. Alrighty guys, so after you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the description down below and check out the Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh! Amazon page for all of your Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs. Alright guys, so YCS London 2017. Of course, it was a Spyral event. So based off what I've seen on Facebook and the amazing European Konami TCG coverage on our website, YCS London pretty much went like this. 27 Spyral made the top 32, only 2 less than what made it when they were at Dallas last week. This week we actually had 3 Pendulum Magicians sneak into the top 32, which is pretty big considering none of them topped Dallas, which was hilarious, simply due to the fact that before the release of Double Helix, Spirals was definitely considered the best. Pendulum Magicians was definitely considered the best deck. And when Spirals was coming out, everyone was thinking Pendulum Magicians had a good fight. Hell, even I thought the same thing, but I guess I was wrong. And then we actually got the one Burning Abyss snuck in here, which I'm going to get into in a minute, and the one Invoke deck. Now the Invoke is like, I really don't care for it too much. And we already know how Pendulum Magician work. I mean, they set up their board. I mean, you run the Hand Trap Trio, which I'll get into later in this video, and you're pretty much good to go. But the most interesting thing coming out of YCS London this weekend is definitely the fact that Burning Abyss topped in this Tier 0 format. Now, how did Burning Abyss top? Right here, guys, I'm going to show you the top 8 deck list from Michael Forner of the Burning Abyss deck that made top 32, top 8 of this YCS. So Michael pretty much ran one tour guide. He ran one of that bird that special out of the graveyard, Graph, Seer, typical Burning Abyss monsters, and the Phoenix Rush Rhino, Gamma Seal, and he pretty much ran the Hand Trap combo, which was pretty much Droll and Lock Bird, Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, Ghost Ogre and Winter Cherries, and Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. You definitely need these cards to compete. I'm gonna go ahead and say he opened up Droll and Lock Bird all day, and he, as far as his traps and spells is concerned, he pretty much ran one of the best underrated trap cards in this format right now, and that's Mistake. Now, the reason why I like this build specifically is because if you open, so you're running a 40 card deck in a deck that primarily mills. If you open either your Droll or your Mistake, you're in a good position. If he goes first, set up a Dante, set up a Mistake, he's in a good position. If he opens up Droll, he's in a good position. Reason being, Spyral search a lot, Magician search a lot. You can shut that stuff down. Then he ran, of course, the Broken Skill Drain. I'm pretty sure he made a lot of players rage. Still want this card to be banned, but it is what it is. The Imperial Order is just nutty, but overall, solid deck list. A lot of people thought Burning Abyss was dead before Link's format, and they were wrong. Burning Abyss is definitely here and fighting strong, and this is pre the release of the Burning Abyss Link monster, so keep that in mind. Once the Burning Abyss gets their Link monster, it's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And then his extra deck wound up looking like typical on Burning Abyss extra deck, with the addition of Link monsters being Decode Talker, a Double Helix for his Ghost Reaper, and that's pretty much it. Now his side deck is, I'm pretty sure, putting in a lot of work too. He ran 3 anti-spells, which is definitely mainly for pendulums. I could be wrong. 3 struggling battle. It definitely, if you're not OTKing and Spirals on that turn, you do all that damage, and you get struggling battle, it's GG. No, there's no way you're gonna come back. 3 scoldings. Now, this is very interesting, simply due to the fact that, I mean, I just don't see how you're gonna, unless you open up, because he is running the Vanity's Fiend. Let you open up Vanity's Fiend, Scolding, GG against Spyrals. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can flip up. You can set the Scolding, flip up Mistake, and you're in a good position because all of his trap cards are continuous traps. So, I mean, I guess when you put it that way, yeah. Okay, Scolding's broken. I don't know what I'm talking about. Disregard what I just said. And then he also, I forgot to mention this in the actual main deck portion when I was talking about the main deck. He maxed out on 2 Twin Twisters in the main deck, which definitely helped out his rogue matches, I'm pretty sure. And he sided the third one because when Burning Abyss monsters go to the graveyard, they do get their effects. That's something to think about. Then he had another Kaiju in his extra, the sticky string one, which is just gonna hit a few cards, and a third Ghost Ogre. Overall, this is a solid deck list. I'm pretty sure he played his butt off all day, and I guarantee you a combination of Mistake and Scolding, Vanity's Fiend, and Drone Library put in work all day against Spyrals. Trust me on that from being a Spyral player. Now, some notable X3s from the event from what I saw. I just saw 2 uploaded on Lithium's channel. There are more after this after this video is done. I'm sorry you guys didn't mention. So a Mermail almost top 32. He went X3, and honestly, it was just a standard Mermail deck list from what I've seen. Just he ran the hand trap combo, but instead of going like the Burning Abyss player, which is named Michael Forner, doing the 3 Drows, the Ghost Reapers, and everything, he pretty much maxed out on the Ash Blossoms, the Cypher Gammas, and the Maxis. Now, the Cypher Gamma is really interesting because he's level 7, and you guys already know some of the Mermail stuff is level 7, which is really good. You can overlay them and make some good plays. And he main deck 3 Struggling Battle. Now, once again, I'm going to go ahead and on a limb and say a lot of these Spyral players that are playing are making these beefy fields, but they're not going for the OTK. Because I do not see how Struggling Battle is going to do well against Spyral, because at least in my matches from playing the deck, if I set up a big board like that and you don't break that board, I win. So I could definitely see Struggling Battle putting in working against rogue players, bad Spyral players, and Magician players, because Magicians typically don't OTK like that. They usually get you on turn 2, but the first turn OTK really don't do that much. Now this guy also did a 3 Gamma Seal. I mean, Gamma Seal does work well in Mermail, so that's something to be taken into consideration. And he also, so yeah, man, shout out to the Mermail guy. He went X3 in a tier 0 format. To me, he topped in my opinion, and he did really good for doing what he could do. And from being a rogue player myself, big ups to him. And then another Trickstars almost made it, and it was ran by some guy cosplaying as Yami Yugi, so I thought that was pretty cool as well. Now, what are some notable takeaways from this event? What does this event actually mean? The event actually pretty much means the balance is probably coming sometime mid-November, if not earlier. Burning Abyss is just a powerhouse, honestly speaking. I'm so tired of seeing Burning Abyss, but mere respect for it. I mean, the deck's been popular since, been thriving since 2014 and strong. And honestly, it's one of those decks that's kind of like Heroes that no matter what and whatever meta, the deck has so many tools to utilize that players are just going to find a way to make the deck function. But that gets me to thinking, is it really the players finding a way to make Burning Abyss deck good? Or are the players themselves good and they're just using Burning Abyss as a shell? And it also makes you think, is there skill in Yu-Gi-Oh? Is there not skill in Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, because when you think about it, you see a lot of decks like Heroes and Burning Abyss topping and doing well at these events. But at the same time, you gotta think to yourself, okay, they're running a lot of floodgates and their deck is neutered to a T. But like, for example, Heroes right now, I mean, Heroes would be different because Heroes right now have Dark Law. But pre-Dark Law, there are a lot of Hero players just going on and running their Stratoses and their Bubblemans. And they can kind of OTK, not really, but because you had decks like Satella Knights doing it better. And then you have a lot of Hero players back in the day also running things like Fossil Dinos. It's just a bunch of floodgate stuff, and they're just beating down. So it's like kind of like they're playing a anti-meta beatdown just with a powerhouse to go with it. And I guess in this case, Burning Abyss. So, yeah. Anyway, no hate. I'm just appreciating. Shout out to Burning Abyss player. I mean, they all do float, so that's something to take into consideration. But once again, I think honestly you're gonna see a lot more decks go ahead and take advantage of the triple drone library and triple mistake main deck for the decks that are not meta, because like honestly, if you have those 6 cards in your deck, and almost everyone at this point should have a Max C and or Ghost Reaper Winter Terrors because they're cheap, and the Ghost Ogre, you're in a good position to kind of fight the meta as a rogue player. And then also the last thing I want to talk about from this event, To compete, you definitely have to run a lot of hand traps plus floodgates, the main deck, meaning you gotta have your mistakes, you gotta run at least 6 or 7 hand traps, because that's just the way a tier 0 format works. But overall, man, this is a solid event. I don't think anyone's surprised that Spyral took a majority of the top 32. I mean, it's a tier 0 deck for a reason. But I don't know, man. What do you guys think? So with all that being said, man, post your thoughts and opinions about YCS London 2017 in the comment section down below. And as I always tell you guys, if you're new here to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content. I'll be uploading a video pretty much 5 times a week, 6 times if you guys are lucky. So if you guys like that, hit that subscribe button for more. And also, I do monthly giveaways, so that's something to think about as well. So with all that being said, man, Innovation Yu-Gi-Oh signing out. Peace.